This is Good Day Alabama.
All right, thank you very much, Britton. Well, I know a lot of people deal with this. How do I excel at my career as well as excel at home, being a mom or dad, especially if you're single you're a single parent? Joining us this morning with a new book is the UAB professor. He's a surgeon. He's a personal trainer. He's everything. He's got a new book out called Super Performing at Work and at Home. It's Dr. Robert Cerfolio, who lives right here in our area. How you doing this morning? Good to see you.
I'm doing well. Great to see you again.
All right, now we should also mention that, unfortunately, and I'm so sad to hear this, is your wife passed away about a year ago. Is that right?
A year and 7 months.
So
yes.
now you're a surgeon, so you've got that going on. You're also teaching, you're a UAB professor, you're coaching, you're a personal trainer. And so I know that this, when you're talking about stress of that, now having to raise 3 sons, right, that makes it even tougher.
It does, but I would argue that all of us have this adversity in our life. All of us are juggling, and everybody's situation a little bit unique. Mine may be difficult in some areas, but other people out there probably have much more difficult problems. Right. And it's, the grace of how we handle it and how we remind ourselves why we're doing these to-do lists. Why are we doing that? We're doing that to be something bigger than us.
Well, let's talk about that, because I'm sure some people feel like they're just suffocating under the pressure. So how do they deal with that? So
in this book are a lot of very specific things. I'm a thoracic surgeon, as you said, and so I'm very detail-oriented. And I have 3 boys who have been very successful in sports and school. And I think it comes down to preparation, actually goal setting, and really writing down ways you're going to respond to adversity and what your eventual goal is. And so I think we all generate these lists of we want to do this, and this, but the reality is, what is it for? It's for us to try to be something bigger in our most important roles, which is a spouse, a father, a wife, a mother, a daughter, a son. And those are the roles that matter the most. But if you're not performing at your utmost in your personal or professional life, you can't fulfill these other roles. So it's a combination of trying to prioritize those different roles.
And I know that's got to be very important, because you're talking about trying to spend quality time, but there's not a lot of quantity time to spend, so you have to find a way to do that. So let's just talk about this. Your oldest son, he is a professional baseball player at Yale. He got drafted. You got another middle son who's excelling as well. But a lot of people, kids deal, teenagers especially, performance anxiety. So how do you, as a parent who doesn't get a lot of quantity time, make that quality time to teach them how to deal with it?
So that's a great question, and one specific example in the book is allowing yourself to have an inanimate object to set your mind on at a critical moment. So for my older son, who's a pitcher, it was the rubber of the pitching mound, because he could look at that and refocus and sweep away all the negative things. For my youngest son, who's a switch hitter, who's now being recruited a lot of Division I schools, it's the foul pole. Again, an inanimate object, not a face in the crowd, but allowing him to look at that, to reset himself, to think of his preparation, to go back through his pre-routine before that at-bat or that pitch, to reset, refocus. My middle son had the same thing. He was also, as a pitcher, used the rubber. I'm a surgeon in the operating room. We had 8 operations yesterday. 1 was difficult. Some things didn't go well. For me to reset, it's a clamp I put on the surgical field, an inanimate object. We can teach our children simple techniques, and we can teach our colleagues and ourselves how to control our emotions, to allow our muscle memory from practice to take over and get us through high-pressure situations with good outcomes.
He relates a lot of, in terms of athletics and how it relates to life. It's a good book. And Super Performing at Work and at Home, Dr. Cerfolio. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
God bless you. Good luck to you.
All right, JJ is up next.